Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. In a bold and unprecedented diplomatic gesture, India refused a customary handshake with Pakistani team during the Asia Cup match, signalling a significant escalation in the tensions between the two countries. The move, which has drawn global attention, has left Pakistan fuming as they never saw it coming. Frankly, neither did anyone in India. But this symbolic act reflects India's growing impatience with Pakistan's actions because Islamabad refuses to mend its ways. Unable to respond on and off the field, Pakistan now has returned to its old dirty tricks. First, it was ex-cricketer and an India baiter Shahid Afridi who took on the Indian government. It's not new for him to make anti-India remarks. He has often used public forums to criticize India, particularly even on issues related to Kashmir. But further stooping to another low, former Pakistan skipper Mohammad Yusuf resorted to name-calling. During a TV debate in Pakistan, he used derogatory language against Indian skipper Surya Kumar Yadav. So has India managed to hit Pakistan where it hurts the most, going by their unhinged responses? Or has playing Pakistan given them further stage to abuse India? In this, another question has propped up again. Why are Pakistanis batting for a Congress government at the centre in India and wishing Modi away? We take that and more to our guest joining us in just a bit. So the big debate on Plain Speak. First, Pakistan resorting to name-calling, below-the-belt comments and even bigotry just to respond to the fact that India refused a firm handshake with them. Also on the show today, we'll turn our focus down south. AIA-DMK unity, is it possible? This is something that BJP allegedly is pitching for, even as EPS and Amit Shah meet later today. Finally on the show, we'll also get you an explainer on what is this brain-eating amoeba that is causing an alarm in Kerala. First up, let's get you the latest as far as the Asia Cup is concerned. The ICC has firmly rejected Pakistan Cricket Board's demand to remove referee Andrew Pycroft, who officiated the India-Pakistan game, from the tournament. They didn't like the fact that the match referee had a role to play, allegedly, according to them, in the no handshake policy. Pakistan has also stepped back from its threats to withdraw from the event. They had threatened they'll pull out unless ICC sacks the match referee. That, of course, is not happening. They're having to eat their words. PCB has meanwhile also suspended its Director of International Cricket, Usman Wala, following this handshake controversy during this match against India because they felt he wasn't able to handle it quickly enough. Meanwhile, Indian players remain resolute in their no handshake policy. We've been told if and when they come face to face with Pakistan on the field, this is going to be the treatment meted out. And there are also reports that Team India will snub the PCB chief Mohsin Naqvi, who's not just a minister in Pakistan currently, but also the ACC head. If it reaches the final, which is very likely, India could well lift the trophy. But we are being told that they will not share the stage with Mr. Naqvi. Frustration boiled over in Pakistan, though, after their recent defeat, with former cricketers resorting to venomous outbursts against India. Leading the charge, ex-captain Shahid Afridi, as I mentioned, he lashed out at Modi government, accusing it of playing communal politics, but also praising Rahul Gandhi, saying that the Indian opposition leader advocates for dialogue and he will be better as far as India-Pakistan relationship is concerned. But taking the rhetoric to a disgraceful low, former skipper Mohammad Yusuf hurled abuse at Indian captain Surya Kumar Yadav during a TV debate, referring to him as a pig repeatedly and knowingly. The comments, of course, have sparked outrage in India, further straining the already tense atmosphere around this entire Asia Cup fiasco. Well, Rahul Gandhi's fanboy, as he is now being called, the former Pakistan cricketer, he is not new to making headlines, not for his game, but for his anti-India tirades. Earlier this year in May, he had alleged that India violated Pakistan's sovereignty by attacking civilians under the cover of darkness. He also praised Pakistan's measured military response. We all know that India did not target civilians at all as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned. But earlier in the year as well, he claimed that India carries out terror attacks on its own soil and then blames Pakistan. This is the level of delusion that even eminent citizens in Pakistan have. In May 2020 also, he has accused Prime Minister Modi of religious atrocities. He faced backlash from Indian cricketers, including Gautam Gambhir, Harbhajan Singh and Suresh Raina, who were all his peers at one time. In April 2018, he tweeted against India's alleged oppressive regime in Kashmir, but remained silent on how Pakistan continues to push terror in India. We don't expect them to acknowledge it, but certainly they should watch their tongue when it comes to making statements against India. Now, even as Pakistan continues its hostile rhetoric and repeated provocations, sections within the Congress party have persisted in advocating for dialogue, which is why possibly Shahid Afridi is taking the name of Rahul Gandhi than anybody else. Just earlier this year, even in the aftermath of Pahalgam, senior Congress leader Saifuddin Soz had very controversially suggested that India should accept Pakistan's denial of involvement in the Pahalgam terror attack, insisting that only dialogue could improve the long-standing issue, not military operation. Earlier in February 2024, this was ahead of the general elections last held, veteran leader Manishankar Aiyar had stirred debate yet again by calling Pakistan India's biggest asset and urged that both nations should maintain open communication even if it meant bypassing their respective governments. These remarks have reignited the debate over Congress's Pakistan policy and its national security stance. Now that a Pakistani cricketer has also raised the name of Congress, that's the question that the Indian opposition party is facing. But we also ask the larger question that is it Pakistan resorting to old tricks because they've been snubbed on and off the field by India? Is this the right way to go for India?
तो हमेशा कहते हैं कि आईएनसी का मतलब इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस नहीं, इस्लामाबाद नेशनल कांग्रेस है। और देखिए ना, जो भी भारत विरोधी है वो भारत विरोधी का हाथ हमेशा कांग्रेस और राहुल गांधी के साथ।
I want to go across to our guest joining us, Sujata Paul, spokesperson of the Congress party with us. Major Manik Jolly, defence expert who's been opposed to India playing Pakistan in the Asia Cup, is also joining us. Chaitanya Nanda is a former Indian cricketer and R. Rajagopalan is senior journalist also with us. Sujata Paul, the first question goes to you. Not the first time that somebody in Pakistan is praising Congress party. They believe that relationships will be better if Congress comes to power. Do you not feel that this is an indictment of your soft stance on Pakistan and terror from Pakistan?
How sweet. Do you remember Mr. Nawaz Sharif and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's meeting? Do you remember all the gifts that he took from India for Mr. Nawaz Sharif? Have you forgotten that when the BJP was in power under Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, at that time Kargil happened? Do you remember that Pathankot, Uri, Pulwama, Pahalgam, all have happened under this BJP regime?
I remember, so ma'am, I remember. No, the point is not that. I remember. One second, ma'am, one second. Let me just kind of clarify the situation here. I remember what you're saying, and yes, some attempts were made at the very early years of Narendra Modi coming to power as a Prime Minister. But this is not my words today. This is words, and repeatedly these words come from Pakistanis. And I've played out certain comments even as recent as 2025 and 2024 from Congress leaders where they have backed for talks with Pakistan.
Oh, really? And you will not talk about Rahul Gandhi and what Rahul Gandhi has said. Rahul Gandhi in Parliament said that we are making a major mistake and we are allowing China and Pakistan to come together. It is Rahul Gandhi who said that we stand with the government. At that time also, if you remember, there were people who made statements. This is a huge country and a lot of people will make statements. You showed the statement of Mr. Manishankar Aiyar from last year, right? So let's talk about Pahalgam, and if anybody has made any statement, the stand of the Congress party has been absolutely clear. As far as Shahid Afridi is concerned, he should keep his mouth shut. because he has made insensitive statements about our Indian army. He has made insensitive statements about the cricket community in India, blaming Pakistan for the Pahalgam attack. So, no matter what he says, really makes no difference. The fact of the matter is that TRF, which has claimed responsibility for Pahalgam, is part of the Pakistan-based LET, and we have stood with the government, and the killings of Kashmiri Pandits and Pahalgam are all recent developments.
So, but even if I give you that, Sujata Paul, even if I give you that, let me take that to R. Rajagopalan. Even if you give it to the Congress party, that as a party, you know, they have stood with India, they have had a consistent stance. I'm not sure they have really outlined their Pakistan policy. If they were to come to power, I don't think that is very clear. But in the past, we have seen that they have continued dialogue with Pakistan, regardless of, for example, a big attack like 26/11. Do you think it's an image problem then? Today, the Congress party can say, okay, you know, we are not batting for talks. We are for strict action against Pakistan. Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. But Pakistanis keep hailing Congress in Pakistan. This is not the first time. So it's an image problem, right?
It definitely is an image problem. And moreover, it's a Rahul Gandhi himself is a problem, madam. Because whatever he speaks in parliament, that is getting a lead story in Pakistan. Whatever you say in Operation Sindoor, whatever he spoke about China and Pakistan, whatever the Congress spokesperson just now mentioned, that is a lead story. Second thing, Saifuddin Source, Vote 3, Manishankar, whatever you say, my understanding is Shahid Afridi's speech is going to be taken up very, as a top priority during Bihar elections. It is going to hit Congress very badly. Already Tejasvi Yadav and Rahul Gandhi are falling apart. It is going to create much more division within the Congress because Bihar and Pakistan are closer states. Yesterday, Rahul Gandhi was in Punjab, border state. He argued with the top police official that he wants to cross over the Ravi Bias to other side. The policeman objected. He said, I am LOP. The same Rahul Gandhi, when he went to Mauritius, without police escort, where does his security go? And when CRPF letter is sent, he does not care to reply. Therefore, my understanding is Rahul Gandhi is a problem not only in India, but also in Pakistan and international media. They are taking him as an entertainer, best entertainer, and best story giver, because he has become, I don't want to use a very, very strong language. He is the best entertainer in Indian politics because he, more than the Pakistan cricket players, Mr. Rahul Gandhi must use his words carefully because what chori vagara. Rahul Gandhi has become a buffoon now. In Indian politics, he is a buffoon.
One second. Let's not do this. Sujata ji, one second.
He's been no, what do you mean? He's been using such foul language about my leader and you're allowing him to do that. Why is there no BJP spokesperson here? You made him sit for the BJP here?
No. He's here as a journalist. We've invited the BJP. They have not joined the show. Not the first time a political representative has not turned up. Several shows, your Congress party also doesn't join. My question is not, ma'am, you can still make your point regardless. The point is that during Operation Sindoor debates, Vimal Kumar was a sports journalist also joining us. During Operation Sindoor debates, Rahul Gandhi's comments questioning how many of our jets went down and that whole narrative, how much losses did we suffer, they didn't really help India. They helped Pakistan. They helped Pakistan's narrative. No wonder they like him there. Sujata Paul?
I am appalled at the way you're talking about an Indian leader, the leader of opposition. Are you kidding here? It is clear that the glee which this Mr. Ram Gopal faces and his face is exhibiting is the glee that every journalist on your channel probably has trying to target Rahul Gandhi because that's your favorite pastime. But when it comes to national security, I just heard this gentleman talk about Bihar elections. We are talking about national security when we talk about the Pahalgam terror attack. And we cannot forget the previous attacks.
Why he has not replied?
One by one.
That Rahul Gandhi is the leader of the opposition, and to malign him for the sake of Bihar elections is extremely important.
No, but ma'am, who is maligning him? You're not understanding what the fundamental problem for the Congress party here is. This is not a statement that has come from the opposition to Congress party. It has come from, a Pakistani former cricketer.
So that means you are saying that in India, you refuse to stand together against the Pakistanis.
No, but that
even at
question
this
can go
point of
to the
time?
No, but that question goes to the
I am-
Congress party.
So that is exactly what should be happening. The Prime Minister of this country, no less, should remember that this is the LOP and he has stood with him as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned, and he will also stay together.
Okay.
Remember that it was the Congress party under which 1971 happened, and we split Pakistan into two. So what is this kind of narrative being set?
No, but that is precisely my question. Is it not a worry for the Congress party then that they are being seen as a softer party in power in India, which is why Pakistanis are wishing that they should come to power?
Really? So that means that every time BJP comes, there is a problem on the border. Does that not clearly show that BJP is not being able to safeguard our country?
That's a separate question. That's a separate question. But Pakistanis are wishing Modi away and the BJP away. They want the Congress to come back to power.
In 1965, 1971, don't forget that after the Indo-Pak wars, we stopped playing cricket also. And every time we have been in power, we have tried to ensure that our borders are secure.
Okay.
We have not
No,
tried
fair
to
enough.
play
It's not
politics on it like the
it's not a
BJP does.
question so much so internally as at this stage. We have discussed national security and who did better on it countless number of times. But possibly this is a larger question for the Congress party as to why Pakistanis openly profess that they would prefer the Congress, regardless of 1971 or 1965, that they should come to power. One second, ma'am. Ma'am, one second.
No, last point. Imran Khan wanted Prime Minister Narendra Modi to stay in power. So are you going to ask questions on that also?
Yeah, and he was removed in Pakistan. You saw the future that he was meted in. So clearly, Pakistan establishment did not like the fact that he was batting for Prime Minister Modi at all. But one second.
Shahid Afridi is not a politician. A politician.
Fair enough. It doesn't matter whether he's a politician or he's not a politician. That's hardly the issue here. I want to go across to Manik Jolly as well. Manik Jolly, what do you make of these statements that are coming in from Pakistan? We've heard these before, and now again, if it's not a derogatory comment against Surya Kumar Yadav, the Indian captain, it's comments like these where former cricketers feel they understand the politics between the two countries better than anybody else.
Thanks, Shivani. See, firstly, I'll say, I know we are sitting here analyzing the whole situation and what Afridi said and he did. I think go back, the genesis of the whole thing is why are we engaging them actually? It should have been gone as the first thing. We should have never played these guys. But we give them a chance to, now it is same like Op Sindoor, if I was to draw a parallel. They lose, but they don't focus on their loss. They start talking about, Arey, we dropped your Rafale. They lost the match, they're not talking about losing the match. They're talking about, oh, this is not sportsman-like. I want to tell these, Pakistani commentators and cricketers, there is absolutely nobody more sportsman-like than our Indian Army. We even return their dead bodies in Kargil just because we have that decency. And in their case, they are not even sportsmen actually. These are jihadi fighters of the country who come up with statements like, Kufr toot gaya, and they'll start doing prayers and they'll start trying to convert everyone. So I think a great thing would be not to engage these guys. However, coming back to the original question that you had, that the statement coming from Afridi, if you look at it logically, why would they not prefer Rahul Gandhi and Congress? After 26/11, we never did anything. Decades of terrorism, we never did anything. It's not about terrorism going up and down. It is about what our reaction has been. PM Modi has gone ahead with surgical strikes. PM Modi has gone ahead with Balakot, with Op Sindoor. At least now they know that they'll be answered back in kind and very solid also. So they would not prefer this government. And I remember a very famous statement that Rahul Gandhi made, which I don't know how entire media missed. During his Bharat Jodo Yatra, after that he went to a platform and said in foreign that when I was walking in Kashmir, a terrorist came to me and spoke to me in my ear that we really like you, you understand our problem. And he said these 2-3 guys were walking with me in the crowd, and then they said there are more in the crowd also. Can you imagine a leader saying that in spite of the heavy security toll, heavy security setup and the toll it takes on armed forces? So why would Pakistanis and their separatist friends would not prefer Rahul Gandhi and their leaders? So it does not come as a surprise. Rather,
But you
it should
believe...
be a reality check for Congress.
Yeah, I mean, this is frankly for them to figure out whether this helps them or hurts them. It certainly gives BJP ammunition enough. But you still believe that India shouldn't have indulged with Pakistan at the Asia Cup, regardless of the fact that India beat Pakistan on the field. They also made that gesture where they did not shake hands with the Pakistani side. They're going to continue that if and when they meet again. And that has really rattled Pakistan. Some believe that this is the better way to deal with them.
Oh, I don't know. It's about taking stands in life. You want to be a strong country, you have to start taking strong stands. I did not shake my hands. If your neighbor starts throwing stones at your car, burns down your car, breaks your house, molests your child, kills your son, you will start playing badminton society tournament and then say, oh, I did not shake hand with him. Is that the answer? You do not respect the soldiers that have laid down their lives for the country. You do not respect the victims that died in Pahalgam, and you go ahead and play, and then you say we did not shake hands, and that is the big gesture that you think the BCCI is standing on. It is just a band-aid over a cancer treatment. You know, it does not solve anything at all. Okay. And as far as playing with them is concerned, it is about national sentiment, it is about national stand. Fine, you lose 2 points in Asia Cup. Fine, you lose. Winning and losing is just, you know, two sides of the coin. That is immaterial. Engaging is the main thing. When you do not, you know, stand in a tournament against your enemy, you make a statement. India should have done that. That it is lost now. Now you've given Pakistan the ammunition, and now they are coming up with these statements, and they did. And you know, for whatever, Surya Kumar Yadav is our captain. They played or not is a separate thing. But for them to start calling him names and start accusing us, no, this is the mistake we made engaging these people.
Okay. Chaitanya and Vimal, I want to come to you as well. But Chaitanya, first you, what do you make of this low comments, absolutely deplorable comments that have come in from Pakistani cricketers? It certainly shows their level of desperation. But are you disappointed at one level? Because regardless of the animosity, this is going far too low.
Yes, absolutely. It shows their mentality. You know, if you see, as a country, we stand together, we all stand together. But if you see, in their country, they are not united. They are always divided. If you see the cricketing board as well, why they are not getting the results. If you see their team, they are all not united. They are all divided. They are not playing as a team. They are not in a country also. If you see about the Pakistan cricket board, it doesn't stay for any regime doesn't stay for very long. If you see, after losing from India, they have changed their head of the PCB also. So it shows that, you know, they don't have any unity, they don't have anything. They just try to always play a game where, you know, they want to divide and rule, that kind of a sort of thing that they can do it. So I think what Afridi have said, it shows their own mentality and the reasons why they are not doing well as a country and as well as a country as a cricket nation also.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is actually right, Vimal, that this shows why they're not doing very well. Not just as a cricket country, but even as a country at large. And you've covered cricket for so long, Vimal. We've not seen the kind of comments that Mohammad Yusuf has made today, for example.
I think this shows, but it's not about just cricket. It shows the lack of class they have. The former, if you talk about Mohammad Yusuf, he is such a wonderful batsman, but just a poor person. And I'm not talking about India. Many of the viewers don't remember that. On a national television channel, Mohammad Yusuf and Ramiz Raza, two former captains, abusing each other on a national TV channels. Never ever in the history of the game. The two former cricketers, both the rights, great in their own rights as far as cricket goes. And they, Shahid Afridi giving moral lessons to India, moral lectures, sportsmanship ji unko dikhani chahiye. Shoaib Akhtar. Shahid Afridi was somebody who, in the broad daylight, went up to the pitch, trying to damage the pitch. He was caught by the Pakistani TV channels. He had to apologize. Salman Butt, he's the fixer. He fixed the matches. Got punishment, was banned. He is giving lecture कि what should be the sportsmanship. ये बंदे अपने देश के नहीं हो पाते हैं यार. ये अपने देश के अपने मुल्क के पहले हो जाएं, फिर हमारे लिए हो.
And they're also talking about Indian government playing religious politics. Their own army chief 3 months ago, before Pahalgam, had said Hindus and Muslims can't live together. He had espoused the two-nation theory. They don't ask questions of their own leadership.
I know, forget Shivani, let's political guys can do whatever. I'm talking about I'm restricting myself to cricket. Have you ever seen any cricket team bringing religion onto the ground? You give me any team. Which team has done that? I will not name it. You tell me.
Only Pakistan players have done it.
So, who is bringing religion? Where it has been written? just because people don't say, yeah, you show. See, if we start pointing fingers at Pakistan, their behavior, I think at least I can write 3-4 books. Forget others. I can write 3-4 books, and it's a different matter. No one will buy and read that.
No, but Vimal, you're there in Dubai. Can you tell us very quickly, what are you hearing from the Indian camp versus the Pakistani camp? We are hearing that the ICC has officially notified that they're not going to, fulfill their appeal or their complaint. What happens next?
Yeah, I will tell you. It just another U-turn by Pakistan. Initially, when they lost, there was a huge outcry in Pakistan. So just to appease those people, just to pacify them, they said, "Oh, match referee done wrong, something wrong." They were in India's favor. They complained. They sent a complaint. ICC said, that too by a Pakistani who is a Pakistani former top guy from Pakistan. He said that nothing wrong with that. This complaint is being dismissed. So Andy Pycroft is going nowhere. Pakistan was saying, no, we will pull out from Asia Cup and all that.
But they're obviously not doing that. They're obviously not doing that because they can't do that. So, empty threats from Pakistan have certainly been ignored and met correctly by the ICC.
A, huge penalty, economic penalty. B, they know that even UAE might defeat them. UAE stressed them recently, tri-series. And they know that the second round, they will again meet India and they will face another embarrassment. So public is already outraged in Pakistan. कि भाई तुम लोग इतनी बड़ी-बड़ी बातें करते थे इंडिया की तरह चुपचाप रह के मैदान पे तो परफॉर्म करते.
Okay.
That is the sentiment that just to divert those things. These all
all of these antics are coming to the fore. Absolutely. Very quickly, R. Rajagopalan, I want to give you a minute. Would it not be fair to say that the BJP or the government at the center is uncomfortable with the questions that are being asked in this country today as to why do we even need to play Pakistan? It's not that big a tournament that you can't take a hit in one Asia Cup.
Shivani, it's a political question. It's a both double-edged weapon. But my understanding is after across the border, as your Vimal Kumar has just now mentioned, it is not good in Pakistan. Therefore, it will be useful for BJP during Bihar election to convert that. हम लोग तो वोट चोरी कहते हैं, लेकिन पाकिस्तान तो राहुल गांधी का नाम भी चोरी कर लिया करके they are going to hit it Congress and it is going to create a
We'll wait and see. Chaitanya, I want to give you the last word. We are, of course, possibly going to see another India-Pakistan match. What do you think the Indian team's approach should be? How would they mentally keep themselves, focused on the game, given everything that has happened? Chaitanya, please.
See, you as a cricketer, when you are in a form, when you are doing every preparation right, as Surya Kumar also said, when you are doing your right preparations and everything is going in a right way, you don't need to think about whom you playing, with whom you playing. So that what happens when India plays against Pakistan. That's why India never think about whom they are playing. They don't put the extra pressure on themselves. What happened in the last match? It is a history, and I think Indians have done it right. Whole country is behind with the team India. What they have done. So we don't. I think Indian players will not worry about it. What happened, and as we are a better team on any given day right now with against Pakistan. If you see, Pakistan cricket has gone down at such a level that they are not even able to give us a little bit of fight only. So I think it doesn't make any. It will not give any problem to our Indian camp, as we have done right, and as a citizens we all stand with our team India. What they have done. And secondly, I just want to add one point. When the COVID was there were no handshakes. They were told that not to do handshakes. It's not a big thing to happen. So, when you talk about fair play is about to play cricket in a right spirit, not fighting on the ground,
no, but
not
it is
sitting
a
at the
gesture.
ground, not
we don't
doing
have
something
COVID
wrong.
right now. It is a gesture from the Indian team currently to not play, not shake their hands, and therefore a gesture that we don't want to indulge with you beyond a point. I leave it at that. I do thank all of our guests for joining us.